What is going on, guys? Your boy Joey672 coming, guys, with a video right now. So I want to go over the Philadelphia Eagles. I want to go over Mortreport that was on Adam Schefter's podcast and talked about that pretty much the top of the list for the Eagles is getting a quarterback next year, and Russell Wilson is going to be the guy. Obviously, the Eagles missed on Russell Wilson in the draft. I forgot what year it was, but, it's a long time coming that the Eagles, could have a quarterback next year. It's really too early in the season to say that they're going to do any of this just because, obviously to NFL analysis people that work for NFL Network, ESPN, Bleacher Report, you name it, from the outside of eyes looking inside this team, it seems like Jalen Hurts isn't the guy. And obviously to my understanding of how he's been playing and, which I don't think he's in a good support system, right now. I don't think the coach is doing right. I don't think the owners are doing right. The GM's doing right by this team. I think Jalen Hurts has to be in a better situation, and I don't think he's in a good one, even after coming off of a really good win against the Lions. And like I said, it's just the Lions, and I was very happy about how they fought, and Jalen Hurts only threw for 14 times, so that's a big deal. There's going to be games where you have to rely more on Jalen Hurts' arm, and the run game might not work. And I feel like the more you throw with Jalen Hurts, the more mistakes he's going to make, and obviously he will learn over time. So we're going to find out what Jalen Hurts is all about. But obviously, guys, going to this draft next year, I don't see this team going after a quarterback, because I think the Giants will go after a quarterback, maybe Denver, Miami. There's a bunch of teams that, deciding if they trade for Deshaun Watson or whatnot. But Russell Wilson might be out of Seattle next year. I forgot how old he is, 33, 34. I forgot how old he is. But, the guy could play for a long time. You know what I mean? Russell Wilson is one of my favorite quarterbacks. The only thing is that it's way too early. We're going to week 9 of the season, and it's too early to tell. I'm still evaluating Jalen Hurts to see if he has a strong come up later down the road, and to see if he progresses and gets better later this year, which would be great. But, in my understanding, it's just, this is just tough to see what decisions they are going to make. You got Minshew as the backup. You're going to have, Jalen Hurts and Minshew go at it for next, for the starting quarterback spot next year, or they start Jalen Hurts for another year, or they draft a quarterback, or they trade for a quarterback. Now, when you trade for a veteran quarterback like this, whether it's an Aaron Rodgers or a Russell Wilson, there's two things that are on my mind. And one is, do you trade for a quarterback like this when you're a quarterback away from winning, or do you trade for a quarterback like this to get him in the room as soon as possible? Because guarantee it, if the scheme is different, and some things do change this offseason when it comes to the ownership and obviously the front office, Russell Wilson could make these receivers look a lot better. I can't imagine having a Russell Wilson with Devontae Smith or a Quez Watkins, or if they bring in another, a third receiver, if Rager doesn't work out and Greg Ward walks after this year. I don't know. I think Howie Roseman saves his job this year by trading for a big-time quarterback, and I think that's what will save his job. Not like I want that to happen. I don't really want him here anymore. I'm kind of done with Howie Roseman. I've been done with Howie Roseman. I'm kind of just waiting for that day. Obviously, that win against the Lions really did help his case. Not by much, but obviously getting the win in all sides, offensively and defensively would look great. So I don't know. I didn't know if that was going to be a make it or break it game. I thought it kind of was, to see what direction we're going in. But a lot has to happen before this happens. And at this point, it's if Howie Roseman's gone, is Nick Sirianni a one and done? Jonathan Gannon a one and done? I have no idea. I think a lot of other pieces have to move before you really make a big decision on this. We haven't got an extension from Howie Roseman yet. We haven't heard anything, but there's some analysis people out there that think that the Eagles are going to go trade for a quarterback. Now, Deshaun Watson has only opened up his trade clause for the Miami Dolphins, but he has opened up for other teams. He's gonna it's not just Miami, but he's gonna open up a little bit to other teams and see where he's going at, which I don't think Miami's gonna be the only team that he's gonna be interested in. I think there'll be a few teams he'll be interested in, but Russell Wilson is interesting. And am I the guy that wants to, see, there are fans out there that want to get a veteran quarterback, that's a little bit older, but, a better quarterback that's been around, you know what I mean? And some people want to draft one and start fresh and build them from the bottom up. You know what I mean? That's what got, I love drafting quarterbacks, especially when they work out, because then you have more time with them. You get a good 4 years out of them before you give them the big contract. And, you know what I mean? We've already tried that, already with Carson Wentz and obviously drafting another quarterback in Jalen Hurts in the second round. So there's a lot that goes into this. And, if Russell Wilson is the top of their priority next year, then what are you giving up? Because this team needs assets. This team needs more high talented players. You know what I mean? Like, what is it going to cost? I mean, at this point, it's like if you were able to give a first-round pick for like 2024, 2023, maybe a first-round pick 1 year, a first-round pick the next year, and then something, you're not giving away 2 first-rounders in the same year. You'd have to spread it out a little bit. I don't know what it would cost to get Russell Wilson. Probably a lot. I mean, it's not going to be easy to get this done. You know what I mean? Unless something is worked out to where it's good for both sides. And I think it'll be good for both sides regardless. But there are fans out there that think that, getting Russell Wilson will not change anything. And you know what? It might not. I don't think it will. I mean, I think it will change for certain aspects, which is the game and obviously making players look great. And just the skill set of Russell Wilson is off the charts. Okay, but when it comes down to Nick Sirianni putting him in a scheme, if he's even here next year. We don't even know if Nick's going to be here, Howie Roseman. We don't even know any of this yet. So it's hard for me to say that they're going to go after. I mean, if Howie Roseman has a plan to save his job, and I think this would be the move that saves his job, like trading for Russell Wilson without giving away all your picks for this year, yeah, it would probably help a lot. Eagles could potentially have 3 first-round picks this year. And if you trade one of them for a quarterback, say you use a first-round pick for 22, 23, couple mid-round picks, then okay, it is what it is. But this team needs more assets. They need more players that we need to we cannot dip in free agency. We have to build from the ground up once again. So, this is a move definitely to look out for, next offseason and kind of see where everything goes, But, I think obviously between Deshaun Watson and, Russell Wilson, you know what I mean? They're both going to be expensive regardless. And, then you have to pay these guys. And then that's why I think some veterans are going to get traded off this team next year. So I know I'm ranting a little bit on this, but I'm kind of weighing through my options and really being realistic about thinking about this right now. It's still an early season and Jalen Hurts needs to prove a little bit more to see if maybe he has a strong end, middle to end of the year. So, I mean, that's all I can really say right now. Russell Wilson, look, if the Eagles trade for a Russell Wilson next year, the Eagles want to compete next year, as soon as possible. Eagles are going to have a lot of cap space. Eagles are going to have draft picks and obviously have to use some of those draft picks to trade for a quarterback. But if the Eagles actually get Russell Wilson next offseason in 2022, this team is ready to compete right now, okay? And that's where my head is with this whole thing. But, down the road, we just got to see. We just got to figure it out, and, we'll see what happens. So let me know in the comment section below what you guys think about this, and, do you think, the Eagles should wait on it? I mean, obviously, they're going to wait on it now because you can't trade for anybody as of right now, but I'm saying into next offseason and, what do you think the plan is? Do you think if they get a Russell Wilson, do you think that's going to save Howie's job? Do you think that if they get him, are they going to, does this mean they want to compete right now? I mean, I think this team can compete within 2 years if these draft picks are used correctly, and obviously depends if how Nick looks at the end of the year, Jonathan Gann looks at the end of the year. This Lions game is not going to be is going to overtake everything to think that they're going to play the same way. Okay, they're not going to score over 40 points. They're not going to be perfect every single time. Okay, but as long as I see these guys fighting, competing, and these players are getting put in the right positions to win football games, then I'm totally fine, even if you do lose. It's not just losing, it's just how you're losing games, and that's been the biggest problem. From a coaching standpoint to a quarterback standpoint, and obviously the coach affects the quarterback affects the players that he's with to make them look good. So that's the problem I am having right now. So other than that, guys, that's pretty much it. Let me know in the comment section below what you guys think about this whole situation. And we're just talking about it, and that's it. Don't go crazy about it. Don't, obviously, somebody must think that, maybe either they have connections that they think the Eagles are going to do something, or who knows at this point. But other than that, guys, that's pretty much it. I will see you guys later. Shakes, go up, follow, slide. Peace out, guys. Peace.